Okay, it's 8 o'clock. This is a Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for August 19th. We have a quorum this morning, and so our first item on the agenda is approval of our minutes from our July 15 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the July 15th Board of Public Works and Safety meeting minutes as presented.
Okay, we have a second? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The only item that we have on the agenda is the meeting schedule change for our October meeting that is regularly scheduled for the third Wednesday, which would have been October 21st. And I'm just wanting to change that meeting to October 14th because of some scheduling conflicts. So I'll entertain a motion if so be it to make that meeting change from October 21 to October 14th.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Any other comments?
That's good. Do you have one of these?
No.
I'll do it.
Any comments?
Did you want to ask about the stop sign?
You had the pictures and everything?
I've got my phone back and print them off for the board.
Okay. Why don't you go up here or why don't you just talk?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I would like you to consider possibly 2 4-way stops at corner of Shug and Van Buren and Franklin and Shug. For safety reasons. It will slow down traffic. And it also has been observed by, I believe, Mr. Alberson, who has been working with the streets. That's my concern.
So Wayne, I guess a question I would have, I mean, I know these intersections fairly well. I mean, Shug Street is a through street,
True.
which means traffic doesn't stop. It's a street that allows traffic to move freely, like Springer Street, like Hendrick Street, like Franklin Street.
Okay.
That's what I've been told streets like that are considered. And they are that way to let traffic get out to a highway at a reasonable speed, obviously. So I don't remember off the top of my head, you live at the corner of Van Buren and Shug, right?
Correct.
So are there stop signs or yield signs entering Shug?
And yield.
Does that sound right, Tim?
I can't say that.
there's a yield sign.
And also
on
the other
Van
one.
Buren Street coming from the west and also from the east into Shug.
And is that probably the same way on Franklin?
Yes.
Yeah.
And personally, I would not be in favor of a 4-way stop there. If anything, stop signs instead of yield signs inhibiting traffic entering Shug Street from just yielding into a through street. But what's your safety reasons, Wayne? I guess that's what I don't understand. I mean, I'm glad you're here speaking your mind.
Young people, children in the area, and they do, well, you see them riding bikes on the street and things like that. And it would tend to slow down the traffic. Let's say you're coming off at 218. see, there are a lot of young people. Do you know where Martins used to live?
Mhm.
Okay, and catty corner from them, there's, some children there that are barely in kindergarten or first grade. And the people that live in the Martins house have a bunch of children. And then if you go down to Van Buren Street, right across from me, Terry and Sue just moved in, and they have a lot of grandchildren that'll probably come to visit them. And across the street from them on the east, where Eddie Fox used to live,
Mhm.
there are young people there too. And the neighborhood changes all, and, let's see, where Zares used to live, right next to Eddie Fox's, just east. There are young children or kids in school. So the neighborhood is filled with children. And it would just be safer if everybody just slowed down a little bit when they come through that area.
There probably aren't posted speed limit signs on that.
No,
It'd be 30 miles per hour.
be 30 mile an hour.
Then maybe that needs to be reminded.
Do you know how fast they're going, Wayne?
I didn't go out there, I don't have a thing.
So is your main concern the speed on Sugar Street?
Yes. I mean, I like them to slow down when they come to those, corners. And the stop sign would do it, or unless you want to put it up. Things on the road, that would slow people down too.
I mean, I know I've been involved in discussions like this about other intersections and stuff. To do what you're asking, I mean, we would need to put stop signs up at every intersection.
Yeah.
In town,
You know,
which
What is
that's,
the
a lot
purpose
of,
of
a lot
it?
of people would be on the opposite side of your stance
Okay,
in doing that. So it's a fine line to toe.
well, I've asked people that drive past my house, if they would mind having stop signs there, and they said, no. They'd be fine with it.
Who have you asked?
The couple, well, Terrence Hugh, they don't mind it. The people that are catty corner from me, they wouldn't mind it. The ones that are just used to them with kids, they're fine with it. People live in Martin's house, they're okay with it, and the people that live across diagonally from them, they're not opposed to it.
Are those the ones typically going down Van
They
Buren
have
Street?
children.
No, I said, are those the ones typically driving on Van Buren Street from the south end of town?
Oh, you're wanting me,
Well, you said you stopped people driving down
Oh,
down
sure.
Sugar Street, yeah. So
well,
it's just-
they drive,
It sounds like you asked the neighbors.
yeah,
Okay,
and also the ones that used to live in, let's see, the elderly couple who lived in Bressingham on the corner, can't think of their names right offhand, but
Coblences, I think.
they're not opposed to it. Oh, let's see. Who else? Well,
As far as the stop sign and the people that it impact, you'd have to go all the way back to the very last house in Rose Lane in Dearborn
yeah,
and work your way out.
I talked to Jason Bloom,
Because-
he's not opposed to it.
Because, I mean, they're the ones that travel that
Yeah.
road to go to the grocery store, to go to church, to go to.
Well,
anywhere.
Jason, I don't think Jason Bloom's opposed to it either. He
I
lives on the corner clear back.
would think that on a designated through street like Shug is, I think if you would do anything, it'd probably be a yield sign rather than a stop sign.
What direction?
Well, on Shug. If you're wanting to slow down traffic on Shug, you might want to consider posted speed limit signs. We all know, most of us know that if it's not posted, it's 30,
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't know that. That might help some. Rather than a stop sign on Shug, you might want to consider a yield sign on Shug. The other thing that's, and you're not speaking to this, but the yield signs that are on Franklin and Shug and Van Buren on Shug, those are probably yield signs because those streets continue to the west of Shug Street, but they're dead ends. It wouldn't be bad for those to be changed from yields to stops.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
But anyway, just throwing those out.
Well, this would parallel the street on, let's see, what's that, Greg, what's that street that Clifford used to live on?
Who?
Clifford?
Lane Grove.
Then go, well, you can go parallel on Van Buren and Franklin. Those are four-way stops down there, for whatever reason. So
Van
then you
Buren
just
and Lane
parallel.
Grove.
What?
Van Buren and Lane Grove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a four-way stop, but also Franklin and Lynn Grove is a four-way stop.
Yeah, we definitely have four-way stops within an area in Berne, but we also have, I wouldn't call Shug an artery, but we have designated streets that are through streets in order for traffic flow. And now you need to keep the speed limit down on those, but Franklin Street, or I'm thinking on the other side of the highway, Dearborn Street, for instance, that is on that side a thoroughfare, an artery for people to have smooth transition in and out without stops. But you go a block to the south and a block to the north, those aren't considered those. So that's why those are treated differently.
Mhm. Well, remember Dunbar was at the end of that street, Dearborn too, so that was probably one reason you
Absolutely.
designated that.
If I can say something,
Sure.
if we know there may be an issue with speed, I'm more than happy to be contacted and we can place officers down there to run radar once in a while. And that will help slow traffic down too. I mean, to my knowledge, we haven't been down there running radar, haven't had too many complaints. So
I guess
that's.
I was gonna get there, Tim, so thanks for bringing that up. I mean, every time we've had a situation like this, when we're talking about stop signs and stuff, we have first kind of directed it back to the police department to do an assessment of that section. So I think before we do anything, even take further action this morning, that would be my recommendation, that we have the police.
I usually look back in our records and see if we have any accidents at those intersections. If it's been a problem,
Yeah.
area. I don't recollect off the top of my head any there, but could be.
Maybe Chief can do that, and maybe we can put this on the agenda for the next Board of Works meeting and say, talk about Sugar Street traffic concerns.
Are you saying though that you would, since you're doing work on Van Buren, that you will definitely be changing the signs from yield to stop? And the east-west,
That would be a part of what we would be discussing
Okay.
here. I mean,
but
what we
there's
would
a
have,
possibility you will do that.
there's a.
We'll consider it.
Yeah,
We'll consider it.
but this board on that would only make a recommendation to city council
Yeah.
to change those intersections.
It would-
because
It would take a change of an ordinance, so, and that's, the council does that, so whatever would happen here would
Stop
become a
signs.
recommendation from Board of Public Works to council, and then council would need to take action.
Stop signs require an ordinance, Wayne. that's just a matter of fact, so,
Well, I'm just saying, the way it is right now, if I go east on either one of Van Buren or, what is it, Franklin? Wait a minute, I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, Franklin. If I go west, I get to Suge. You should stop anyway, as the way it is right now, because it is through street, you ought to check. And you can't go through unless you live there, or probably, because it's a dead end. And coming from the west, it might as well be a stop too, because you should look too.
is there, a lot of traffic on Shug right now because of the construction?
Closed right now.
No,
Okay, well, all I'm saying, Wayne, is we may have to wait until
Right.
that opens back up to do an assessment,
To do an
because the traffic isn't going through, they're going around.
yep.
Okay,
Could you check,
so,
could you check with, Mr. Alberson? He's been observing.
yeah, we'll check with him,
Okay. And
But-
get his opinion.
but I think until we get a normal traffic flow, it's gonna be hard to do an assessment if traffic isn't going down Shug, so,
Okay,
but we'll check it out.
okay. Thank you.
Any other board comments?
I don't have any.
Okay, no. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign.